Dr. Chan, who do you think should go see a therapist?
Well, I think Freud, the father of the profession, said it best. People who want to love and work, and then someone else named Winnicott said to play. So I think if you really want to learn how to love better, to work better, and to play more happily, I think therapy would be a great place for you to explore how to do that. Many people have come to see me who have been also depressed, anxious, either recently lost a loved one or a bad breakup, and sometimes they just feel lonely. And a lot of times they want to just discover more about themselves and find out how they can make their lives better.
So it means that you don't have to be crazy in order to see a therapist?
To be honest, in my opinion, everyone's a little crazy. But crazy is not a bad thing. Crazy is what makes you different sometimes, and also makes you want to change.
Oh, wait a minute. I think there's a difference between the English word crazy and the Chinese word. The Chinese word crazy means actually psycho.
Okay, well, what do you mean by psycho? Like, I can tell you the English definition of crazy in working with patients. First, we don't call patients crazy or people crazy. But when we say crazy, it usually means they have a trouble distinguishing between what's real and what's not. So they will see things that other people don't see, hear things that other people don't hear.
So you're saying that even if I'm not crazy by your definition, I can still go see a therapist?
Why not? I mean,
suppose
it doesn't equate. Going to therapy doesn't mean you're crazy. For example,
oh, can I interrupt you? Suppose I have a bad relationship with my parents, and we always quarrel. We quarrel whenever we have dinner together.
Sure.
Is that enough for me to go see a therapist?
Now, does it bother you enough?
Oh, so you're saying if it bothers me, then...
Yeah. If you want to have a better relationship with your parents, or you're not satisfied, look, people who are happy don't come see me. Let's be honest. And honestly, I wouldn't want to see them either, because they're happy. People that usually come to therapy, or even, for example, would you go to a doctor if you're perfectly healthy?
Oh, that's correct.
Right?
That's, yeah.
Sometimes you go for a checkup. People come to me because they're suffering and they want help. So for me, if they come to me, they're just human. Everyone suffers. But it's actually brave and courageous, in my opinion, that they want to do something different rather than to ignore their suffering.
So you're saying that there are people who are suffering and who can get valuable help from therapists, but sometimes they feel like they don't have made up the decision to change.
Yes. Or they're not suffering enough, or they feel like they can handle themselves, or they have friends and family, or sometimes they don't come because they're too embarrassed, or society calls them crazy for coming. So it really, the barriers between them coming to see me are so enormous. But once they make that decision, and look, first and foremost, if they come and they don't like it, you always have the power not to come. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
but sometimes, suppose I never saw a therapist, and I went to see a therapist once, and even if no one else knows, but for myself, I already have the record that I am so weak someday that I went to see a therapist. Do you think that means that I actually, suppose I look down upon myself because of that?
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
To be honest, if you look down at yourself while seeing a therapist for the first time, that means before you even saw a therapist, you look down upon yourself. Many times they will look for reasons to look down upon yourself. So,
I see.
Does that answer the question?
Yes, yes.
The problem existed before you even saw the therapist.
So you think that for people who go see therapists, it means that they are courageous. They can face the problem and they want to solve it.
I think, yeah. But again, honestly, most people don't come for that reason. Most people come because they're desperate. I mean, in our society, especially American society, being independent is meaning being able to do everything on your own. And in my opinion, that's a myth. No one can live on their own. People are social animals. People need comfort. People need love. People want it. So to ask another person for help, it's only human.
I see. Thank you.